There are various ways to become an officer in the Army National Guard. For those professionals or college students working in a specialized field, there's the option of direct commission.
Direct commission offered me a way to go directly into doing what I wanted to do.
Direct commission expedites the process for the qualified student or professional to become an officer in the Army National Guard. As a Guard officer, you'll have the opportunity to improve your development as a professional in your field while earning extra income and benefits for your part-time service, 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks out of the year. Benefits such as low-cost medical and dental care for you and your family, federal and state tuition assistance, a retirement pension plan, and the satisfaction of serving your country, your state, your community.
The National Guard provides me that opportunity to serve in a capacity that I wanted to serve. It gives me the opportunities to practice law in a setting and at a level I wanted to practice, while simultaneously being able to still have a career.
It's available to all branches, but largely it's common in your specialized branches, your JAG, Chaplain, Medical Corps. The reason being is because they require such a high level of academic preparation.
Becoming a direct commissionee in the National Guard is 1, easier than you think, 2, very beneficial, and 3, the opportunity to serve.
Whether you are a practicing attorney or a law student, you may qualify to become a Judge Advocate General Officer with the Army National Guard JAG Corps.
When I began college was when I actually started looking into going into the military. Later, when I was getting near the end of my education, is when I started to look into the Judge Advocate on the active duty side. I applied 3 times and was not accepted 3 times, and I pretty much figured that was the end of my opportunities. One day I was at a bar association meeting when the state judge advocate actually gave a presentation about the National Guard and being a judge advocate in the National Guard. That sparked my interest, and that's how I ended up finding the opportunity and pursuing it.
As a JAG officer, you will act as a legal resource for National Guard soldiers, units, and the state's Adjutant General while covering a wide range of practices, spanning from military justice to international law. By becoming a JAG officer in the Guard, you're joining the nation's oldest law firm. You'll take pride in the fact that you're serving your country and community by providing legal services and counsel to those who defend our nation.
I enjoy being an officer. It's a lot of responsibility, but at the same time, it affords me the opportunity to make a difference.
Job of a chaplain is threefold. We nurture the living, comfort the wounded, and honor the dead. We're not the type of guy that walks around making everybody smile and handing out candy. Our job is the spiritual and resiliency focus for the troops and their families.
If you are currently an ordained minister with a 4-year degree in theology or are attending seminary, you may qualify to direct commission as a United States Army chaplain or chaplain candidate.
Soldiers are a unique crowd of people. And for ministry, Paul says to be all things to all men. And as a chaplain, you are all things to them. You're a commissioned officer with them in the trenches doing the same thing they're doing.
For more than 240 years, chaplains have served as the religious and spiritual leaders for America's soldiers and their families.
One of the biggest things is we're pluralistic, and we want to be able to focus on denominations, but we want to be very broad. We know what our religious context is, we know what denominations that we have, what the belief systems of our soldiers are, and so we try to match that very closely. We want to be able to be very inclusive, involving all aspects of ministry, because it matters to the soldiers who they're talking to.
During times of peace, during times of war. Where the Army goes, the U.S. Army Chaplain Corps is present.
If I'm going to talk to a chaplain, I'm going to say this: we bring something special to the fight. We're a force multiplier because we love this country. And we love this country so much that we want to serve those who are on the front lines. We want to serve those who are training for natural disasters. We want to train those and serve those who are not always able to sit in a pew on Sunday morning. We're willing to go to them. We're willing to eat the dirt. We're willing to sit in the mud. We're willing to be uncomfortable to walk among the men and women in uniform, because we are those men and women.
I wanted to serve in the military, and I was introduced to a position that was only available in the Army, which was forward airborne surgical teams.
Whether you are a practicing medical professional, a medical student, or recent graduate, currently enlisted or non-prior service, there's a place for you as an officer in the Army National Guard and Army Medical Corps.
I wanted to become a medic. I wanted to serve as a medic and work my way up. So being an officer was always in there. I was informed that as a medical corps officer, you will basically direct commission upon receiving admission to medical school.
Upon commissioning into the Guard, your rank as an officer will be determined by your experience and the level of education you've completed.
As a medical student, upon graduation, you will be promoted to captain. You will also be promoted to major upon completing your residency, which is typically 4 years.
For recent graduates, there's the Healthcare Professional Loan Repayment Program with up to $240,000 available in loan repayment for certain specialties. Speak with your AMED recruiter for more details.
Being a medical student in the National Guard, I have a significant advantage as opposed to my civilian counterparts, my classmates. The opportunity to serve, not only to give knowledge to medics, to prepare medics that save lives on the battlefield, to actually reach and extend yourself to that battlefield through that medic, through the knowledge you have imparted on that medic. That's priceless. Basic Officer Leadership course is an introduction to the Army for officers.
They teach you how to march, salute, military customs. They teach you land navigation, how to use weapons, individual and unit movements, lots of physical training to get you physically fit because your first priority is being a soldier first and then a lawyer second.
Essentially, you have these professionals that don't necessarily know the Army, but they also need to understand their role in the Army. So it's an introduction and it's the understanding of their role in the Army, how the Army works.
Whether you're currently enlisted in the Guard or on active duty, a college or high school student planning for your future, or an accomplished professional seeking newer, bigger challenges, the National Guard offers the avenues you need to realize your next career move.
They want your JAG candidates, your chaplains, your medical officers to be the best they can be in their field, because they're not necessarily going to be directly leading anybody inside their field, but they are going to be using those specializations to the benefit of the troops. So they want you to be the best you can in their respective fields.
If you want to become a chaplain, you need to pursue the direct commission route.
Being a judge advocate in the JAG Corps has been exciting. It also affords me the opportunity to serve, basically give back to my country some of the things that I've received from it. Also, it allows me to do it on a schedule that's conducive with the rest of my life.